And welcome to Ramplify, the podcast, brought to you by the Associated Student Body here at Victor Valley College. I'm your host, Andrew Caravella, Media Relations Coordinator here at VVC. Thank you for checking us out exclusively through the free VVC mobile app. If you're on the go and listening to the audio version, thank you for streaming us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or your favorite podcast app. And lo and behold, if you're listening to it, it may look different. I'm kidding. You literally can't see me. But if you're on YouTube, you can see us right now. This is the one and only video podcast episode for season 2 of Ramplify. I have a really, really exciting guest here today. That's a student here at the college. Let's just bring him on camera. So, Trevor Dames, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I love how you literally look at the camera. Like, look at me, look at me.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be on here.
Trevor, you are a signed professional model in Los Angeles for an international modeling company. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And you're right here in Victorville.
Yes, I know.
That's great. I'm excited for you, man. It's really cool. I got started really young in the industry, not modeling. That wasn't my forte. That was music and acting. But for modeling, that's awesome, man. So that's really cool. You're helping keep the high desert on the map.
Right.
Yes. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the modeling agency that you're with, State Management, right? They were founded in 2015. They offer modern alternative to a rapidly evolving industry, right? Progressive approach to scouting, holistic approach to development. They personalize their approach in management. They guide the successful careers of established models and proudly launch those of new faces. When did you get signed?
I actually got signed in February of this year.
So you are a new face.
Yes, I am.
You are a new face. All right.
Yeah.
That's very cool. They say that their image and main fashion model divisions span kids to classic and petite to plus size. So the whole spectrum. Sports and fitness models round out their lifestyle division. They say professionally trained fit models at State deliver incredibly high sell-through at retail and enjoy being part of New York's most connected network in fit modeling. So even though you're signed in Los Angeles, are you like bi-coastal where you do things in New York as well?
Yeah, for New York though, I'm signed in with a different agency in Los Angeles. But with State Los Angeles, they have 2 offices, one in LA and then one in New York as well.
What was that like, Trevor? What was that like when you got signed?
It was really exciting. I was so excited. Things really happened really, really fast when I first got signed because I was originally signed to a different agency at first, and then I ended up releasing with them. And then literally like probably within 2 weeks or so, that's when I got signed with State.
Okay. And were you aware of like the type of like agency that State was before you got signed, right? So how was your audition? Like what do you do for auditioning?
So for that, it wasn't really necessarily like an audition. I went in and I actually had a meeting with the men's director and also the men's assistant, and then we talked. It was more of like a interview almost kind of. It was like both sides of an interview, but it wasn't necessarily like an audition.
When I was with iHeartRadio, I had an interview / audition. I made it through the audition, but then I actually had to do an interview. That was a 90-minute interview.
Wow.
Yeah.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was the Los Angeles market that I was, trying to get into. So, that was very mental gymnastics and stuff. I'm sure your interview probably was not 90 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was probably around like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So, like, what was like the news like when you found out? You obviously, who was the first person you called? Is I guess what I'm wanting to ask you.
I feel like it was my mom. I feel like my mom was the first person I called. Yeah. My mom or my manager, because he was the one who like told me first, and then I called my mom after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What was her reaction?
She was really happy for me as well. So, and she was like, "Well, already," because it happened really fast. So that was pretty fun.
Okay, real talk. Did you always know you had like main character energy, or did modeling find you? Like, how did you? Because you're from the desert, right?
You're right.
We have a stigma of being called desert rats, right? So my question is, like, how did modeling come about for you? Because it's far removed from who we are up here.
Right. So I feel like I've always I was always tall growing up, and I always...
How tall are you? For those that aren't watching us on YouTube, you should, right. But in case you're not and you're streaming this and you're driving somewhere, how tall are you?
6'2".
Dang!
Yeah. Yeah, so always growing up, I was always like really tall. I always really had the height. Yeah. And I feel like as I got older, I feel like I fell into my looks more. And so at that point, I was just like, you know what? I feel like I can have a good chance at modeling. And so I took my digitals and then I started applying, submitting to agencies. And then after that, it was just up from there.
I want to know, because you're a VVC student, what's more nerve-wracking for you? Your first runway or your first college presentation?
Definitely my first runway. First runway was way more nerve-wracking.
Really?
But yeah, it was definitely my first runway.
How many people in attendance?
It was probably close to 500.
That's intense for a first time. Yeah. Out the door. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So be honest with me. How many times did someone say you should model before you actually said, okay, yeah, maybe I will?
Maybe like 5 times.
Okay.
5 times, yeah. So not too many, not too little, for enough for me to like brush it off, but it was a solid amount for me to take into consideration. So I was like,
I've always been told you should be on TV or in movies, and I'm like, great. Do you want to make that happen? Right. Do you want to call Netflix to get me a deal? Right. Because I'm totally on board with your opinion. Thank you so much.
Right. So it's just like, yeah, come on, like let's get the action.
Oh, that's great. When's your birthday?
July 11th, so it's actually in like 2 weeks.
What does that make you, zodiac-wise?
Cancer.
You're a Cancer. Okay. Do you know the physical or behavioral traits of a Cancer?
The number one like trait that I hear is that Cancers are emotional.
Are you an emotional guy?
I feel like I'm not an emotional guy, but I don't know. Like I really feel like I'm not an emotional guy, but I feel like emotional can mean like many different. Well, maybe I'm very happy. I'm very joyful. So that's also a part of an emotion. I feel like I associate emotion with like sadness and things like that, but I wouldn't say that I'm like emotional in that aspect. So
you're young, and when you get to do really fun, cool things, you're in the entertainment industry clearly because you're modeling and stuff. It could just kind of be a blur and stuff. So I want to focus on the how it started versus how it's going moment. So take us back, Trevor. What was the exact moment you realized, wait, I think I can make a career out of this?
So I feel like that moment was when I got scouted on TikTok Live. It's actually a crazy funny story. I got scouted on TikTok Live by my now mother agent. His name is Brandon Audrey. And after I had released from my previous agency, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I ended up seeing like his TikTok Live where he was doing live review feeds. And I was like, you know what if I just upload my pictures and just see what happens? Because like, what's the worst that can happen? And so
you're told no.
Yeah, I was like,
definitely not.
So I ended up just uploading my pictures, and then he ended up reviewing me on live. And then he was like, wow, like you have a really great look. And he's known for being like a really tough critic. And I was oh, wow. Yes. I was like, oh, wow. And then he was like, actually, I want to go live with you. And so he stopped the whole entire live. And then I ended up joining the TikTok Live. And then he ended up asking me some questions. And then after we got off the live, he was like, oh, I want to take some digitals with you. And then like a few days later, he was like, I actually want to sign you. Like, I feel like you can go far in this industry. And so ever since then, that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe something can happen. So
you get signed. What did breaking into modeling actually look like for you? Because let's be real, everybody. We know it's not just about showing up and slaying, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what breaking into modeling actually looked like for you.
Yeah, so breaking into modeling, it was very, very tough. There are some there are a lot of sacrifices that I have to make. It's not just like smooth as butter. There's so many sacrifices.
It's a song by BTS. Smooth as butter.
Yeah, right.
You know it. It's a good song. Anyways, go on.
So I also work a day job, and so like trying to balance that, working schedules and things like that. Also like balancing school as well.
Yeah.
Right now I'm also all online, which helped a lot because I didn't have to like deal with the spontaneity of like going to a casting for modeling or like having to go to class at the same time.
So having that ability here at Victor Valley College, being online has really helped you tremendously in career-wise.
Right. Yes, a lot. So, yeah. Also getting like body in shape and like keeping like your skin clear. And there's like a lot of like standards.
What's your secret? Tell us your secret.
I don't really have a secret. Just make sure you're drinking a lot of water. just really find out what works with you. It took me a lot of trial and error to really find out what worked with me. So that's just
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about culture shock. Okay, because again, when we started the podcast, we talked about being desert kids and the model world, which is completely 180 from this way of life up here in the high desert. What surprised you the most about the industry once you got in? Like, give us the unfiltered truth.
Something that surprised me the most is I feel like how many different stories people have, like how many different stories people come from. That's
Walks of
really
life.
surprising. Yeah. So like just recently when I did my debut for Xenia, there were so many people. There's people from like South Korea. There's people from Italy. There's also people from the US, but they were from New York, like all the way across the country. And just the amount of stories and like upbringings that people have, it was really surprising. And so I was just like, wow, like we all come from different places, but we're all here and we can all like share this moment. And it was really crazy, but it was really cool to like experience.
Yeah, I think you are a Cancer. You sound very emotional right now. So. But that's cool, man. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears, talk behind the scenes because I'm curious. What's something people think is glamorous about modeling, but it's actually not glamorous at all? Be honest. Tell us the truth. Spill the beans.
It's a lot of things that people don't see, and going to, castings after castings after castings, just like everybody knows, we're in the high desert, we're in Victorville, and I'm based in LA. So having to make that drive and just like
time and time again,
down the Cajon Pass, and then sometimes having to take Palmdale Way, like it's.
But I can relate because of my time in entertainment.
Right.
It's that shtick, right? It's that part of you that sticks. Like I'm doing this because this is my future.
Right.
This is what I've worked hard for. It's okay, right? Like you get over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So making that drive, going to countless like castings, and then also getting the emails like, oh, you're an option for this brand, and then just not hearing back at all. That's it. It can really get discouraging at some times because
I assume you would at least, if you're gonna be like looked over or what's the word I'm looking for? If you're gonna be rejected, at least let me know I'm being rejected. Don't leave me hanging and stuff.
So
right?
That's the part that really gets to me because it's just like you could have at least like emailed me and that
said you're not what we're looking for.
Yeah, and it's just like just not hearing nothing at all. It's just like wow, like just requesting time off from work.
It's like you're just a number.
Yeah,
we don't have time to address this. We're on to the next, right? And you just have to learn to put up with that. Yeah. That's tough. The business is tough, kids. It's tough.
Yeah.
Longest shoot day ever. What happened, and did snacks save you?
The longest shoot day ever was actually probably very recent. It was actually days. I don't know if it was.
Dang.
Yeah, it was actually days.
Did you do camp out?
No, we didn't camp out. So the first day I actually went down to LA and we went shopping. And usually we do this all in one day. We go shopping, we get clothes, we try on the clothes, and then we make content out of it. And then we usually go to eat out after, me and my manager.
Where do you like to eat when you're in LA?
Anywhere he recommends. So anywhere I'm not a local, so I don't really, he knows all the good spots.
Where are some good places that you're like, oh, mental note for another day?
There's this one Korean barbecue spot that was in Encino. I forgot the name, but I just know the location. It was in Encino, and it was a Korean barbecue spot, and that spot was fire. And I was like, this food is so good. But
do they give you the ingredients and then you could cook it on the grill yourself?
Yeah. So
that's the best.
Yeah, it was actually my first time having Korean barbecue as well. So I was like, ooh, this is nice. So
is this how we eat as models? Is this the modeling world?
Yeah. So it was really nice.
Have you ever had this cannot be real life right now? I mean, I'm sure the Korean barbecue was one of those moments, but anything like on set specifically where like they're having you at a different angle or a different shot, different emotion, different action, and like in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this right now.
Yeah, I feel like it was the first time when I did my runway, when I was like backstage, and the lady at front, she had a phone and she had a timer, and she was timing when everybody would go. So like everybody had like even amount of space in between each model. And so when it was my time to go, I was just backstage, and then I was just like, wow, like this is really happening. And then she told me to go, and then I turned the corner, I went, and I was like, wow, this is this is crazy. It felt so unreal.
Did you hear Madonna's Vogue song in your head, like start playing and stuff?
Yeah, I was so locked in. I was just like, okay, now it's time to lock in. But
yeah,
it was crazy. Scottie Pippen was there. Rami
Scottie
Malek.
Pippen.
Yeah, Rami Malek was there.
So kids, if you're watching this right now, Scottie Pippen was a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls in the 1990s.
Yeah.
He was like the Robin to the Batman for Michael Jordan. And if you don't know that name, he was before Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I have to sometimes because I know who that is, but you name drop like that and people are like, who's Scottie Pippen?
Yeah. So,
I get you. That's awesome. Yeah. And did you know it was Scottie Pippen because you are young, or did somebody say, hey, Trevor, I just want to let you know this is NBA Hall of Famer legend?
I knew Scottie Pippen.
Did you get selfies?
I wasn't able to. Everything happened so fast. Rami Malek.
Then it didn't happen.
Yeah, I was like, I wish I could have. And then some of the models there, I ended up like following them on Instagram, and then later I seen on their Instagram post that they weren't able to get selfies, and I was like, wow, where was I at?
You're like, I was just trying to be respectful. I didn't know any better. Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah. So
true story. Many years ago, there was a TV show called ER, and it was when I was just like trying to figure out what I was doing in show business, and I was a background actor, and I got to play a paramedic, and I got a little they call it a bump. I got a little bump in pay that day because they were going to feature me and stuff. Right. So it was really cool. There were some scenes in it was Warner Brothers, and some of the scenes for the ER television show were filmed on the back lot outside, and then you would have to walk across the whole studio to the actual studio that they were, the hangar for the interior shots and stuff. Right. So when we were on the back lot, we were filming, and this was the era of John Stamos. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Jesse, Full House, right? And I was still am huge John Stamos fan. Absolutely love him. I think he's a very talented man. But I was brand new. I was probably a little younger than you.
Yeah.
And I was starstruck. Right. And this was like the era of the BlackBerry. So not everyone had camera phones, and you would never, ever take pictures. Right. So we had to walk back because they didn't have enough golf carts to take the stars back or shuttles. And it's a long walk all the way across.
Right.
I ended up being the only random person walking shoulder to shoulder with John Stamos.
What? And
I'm like, this is a long walk. This is my opportunity to just say, hey, I'm just a huge fan. I was wondering if I could shake your hand or something. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I couldn't, I was frozen in my head. And I was having like this mental argument, like, come on, Andrew, you can do this. Yeah, it's John Stamos. You can do this. You have to do this. You're never going to see him again. And I'm like, come on, I can do this. You can do this, Andrew. And I just couldn't. So I was frozen side by side with him, looking forward the entire time. And I was just, I couldn't do it. Wow. To this day, he does not know I exist.
Wow.
So hearing you like, oh yeah, Scottie Pippen was there and stuff. And then like you never took pictures, but then you saw on social later, other models were doing it. If I could go back in time, I would make my presence known.
Yeah, I would have found a way. I would have been like, I'm getting this picture at the end of the day.
Uncle Jesse, come on, right?
Oh. I'm getting him. Yeah.
So, all right, you keep it locked. We are here on Ramplify the podcast, season 2, the only video episode of season number 2. We are going back to video, by the way, for season 3. So, we are going to be updating the set. So I'm super excited about that. So we'll have to bring you back when you're in all of those magazines and stuff, and talk about where you've been traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
We are going to take a deeper dive here with Trevor Dames, VVC student and professional international model extraordinaire. We're going to go actually dive deep into his social media accounts when we come back. So keep it locked. We will be right back here on Ramplify.
Ramplify the podcast at Victor Valley College.
And welcome back to Ramplify the podcast here at Victor Valley College, brought to you by the Associated Student Body. I'm your host, Andrew Caravella, Media Relations Coordinator at VVC. Thank you for checking us out on the free VVC mobile app, or if you're listening on the go, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, or this episode, which is a video version on YouTube. Trevor Dames is with us. He's a VVC student and international model, professional international model. You were signed.
Yes.
Signed, sealed, delivered. So we are going to talk a little more in depth with him. But before we do, I was checking out his social media. I do this from time to time with students. I have to see what the young whippersnappers are into these days. So very nice. I mean, you have a lot of headshots and a lot of projects that you've done. I want to share this one, though. This was it's your scouting story, right? Let's take a listen. Okay, wait, what's going on? Oh, you know what? I'm still attached to the Bluetooth speaker outside the room. Sorry. All right, let's go back. All right, let's listen.
My name is Trevor Dames, and this is my mood board scouting story. I got scouted on mood board after uploading my digitals onto the public review feed when Brandon Andre was doing a live review on TikTok. It's crazy to think about because he was giving away a promo code to use the feature and I was the first person to claim it. He pulled up my pictures on the live and then stopped the whole entire live to go live with me and scouted me in front of everybody.
Okay, hold on. Let's pause real quick. You're like in front of a garage or a house with like a metal fence.
Yeah.
Did you guys just like pull over on the side of the road and start taking pictures?
We did.
These people are inside their house?
We did.
Call the police. There's some random people taking pictures of our property.
It was so crazy. It was like the road was so busy. We were like somewhere in Malibu, and then my manager, he was just like, oh, like right here. Like,
so I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just because I know the area, I'm like, they're in like the forest, but those hipster backgrounds of like the mailboxes and the metal fence, it's got to be like the Tahunga or the Malibu area, or Topanga Canyon.
After getting scouted off of mood board, I've been signed to state management in LA, Soul Artist Management in New York, and independent models in Milan, all within the last month, which is pretty insane on how fast things have gone. I would heavily encourage models to create an account.
Do you still have that Hollister hoodie? Because I'm a huge Hollister fan.
I do. I kept it. Yes, I do still have that.
Okay, well, if you don't need it anymore, do not judge me.
I got you.
Do not judge me, people.
I love Hollister too.
You know, all right, that's what I'm talking about.
Hollister.
My guy. Woo! I'll take that off your hands. Okay, let's keep going.
To create an account on Moodboard because that's how I got scouted. It's a very great platform if you're an aspiring model or a model who wants to break into the industry, and it's a great chance to have your face get seen by professionals in the industry. I feel super excited because I've always wanted to model, and now I have a chance to travel the whole world and go to different cities and actually live out the modeling journey. I can't wait to see how this unfolds, and I'm so thankful to even be chosen by this industry.
That is a nice promotional video that they did for you. That's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Now that I've completely have stripped away all your dignity by going through your social media, let's talk about let me build you back up, okay? Which is appropriate because this segment's called Confidence, Identity, and Growth.
Okay.
So modeling can be very appearance focused, right? Because you're literally modeling.
Right.
How do you stay grounded in who you are beyond the camera? Like, what do you do to stay grounded?
Talk to my family a lot. They keep me very, very humble. I was always raised as a very humble individual. And so I've always, had that, like, don't let this get to your head too much type of mentality. And a lot of people also tell me that I'm humble, which I really appreciate because that's my main goal is to always stay and remain humble. So,
was there a moment you ever doubted yourself other than this moment right now? And if so, what pulled you through that moment?
Is there a moment that I've doubted myself? I feel like there has been moments where I have been to castings and they've just told me to just like walk, and I'm like, is my walk good enough? Like, am I doing this? Like, is my face like making a certain expression, like how do I look in the moment? But at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, whatever happens. I just gave it my all, and then just wait to hear back from it. So that's
good.
Really
You don't stay in your head too much with any of that. So let's focus on VVC roots, okay? Because I mean, this podcast takes place at the college, so I mean, we got to talk a little bit about VVC, right?
Right.
So how did your time here at VVC shape you? Because you've been here for a couple of years. Did it shape you at all personally or even professionally?
Yes, it has. It has definitely shaped me. The transition from high school going into college was pretty interesting. I've taken one in-person class, which was psychology, and then everything else has been online. So that's been very very great for me, I would say.
You mentioned high school. Do you want to shout out what high school you went to?
Shout out Silverado High School.
You were, what are you guys, Hawks, right? You were a
yes.
Hawk, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So shout out Silverado. We gonna put Silverado on that. But yeah.
Okay. Is there a professor or a class or a moment here at VVC that like low key prepared you for the world? Maybe a skill of some kind that you're like, yes, I'm definitely using that right now in the real world.
Yes. It was psychology. We learned a lot about like mental health and how to, like calm your nerves. And so when I'm in like this industry where nerves are very, very high and you have to like keep yourself composed under pressure, I still use like a lot of the techniques that I was taught in that class.
Who was the professor?
His name was, oh my gosh. No, his name was it Malcolm? Bruce?
Let me check my email.
Yeah, Bruce. His name was Bruce.
That's how we find out who works here. There's so many people that work here. So, all right, let's see. Bruce Malcolm. Moment of truth. There is a Bruce Malcolm.
Yep, Bruce Malcolm.
Let's make sure it's psychology here. Let's double click him. Yeah. I'm not bringing it up, but he is in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bruce Malcolm. I got to see here. Let's see. Faculty. Yeah. Haas. Yeah. That was probably your psychology professor.
Yeah. So, it was Bruce Malcolm.
Shout out to Professor Malcolm.
Yep. Professor Malcolm. Shout out to you. Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that you learned it in psychology and stuff. I mean, those are basic skills that hopefully most students, take with them wherever they go next, in life and stuff. Okay. Some more real talk. What's the biggest misconception about modeling that you want to clear up right now? Like what is misconstrued often?
A lot of people think that modeling is like just all like glitz and glamour, but they never see like the behind the scenes or like the real reality behind it. And it's just like, it's not always what you see on social media. Like that's not always like the reality. That's like the after, but that's not like what happens behind the scenes. There are a lot of ups and downs with modeling
and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that help, get the models ready for shoots and stuff.
So many, it gets really chaotic. So
if someone at VVC is thinking about modeling, what's your don't learn the hard way advice?
I would just say just look up videos. Go to social media is like the most biggest resource. And that was actually like how I kind of started. Like I was like, okay, like I want to get into modeling. How do I start? I went to YouTube, how to get into modeling, and that's how I started. I took digitals, uploaded them, figured out how to do everything, and then that was my story.
Back in my day, we didn't have those options, right? Yeah. Social media was still young and new. Couple tutorials, you had to do classes, coaching, all this stuff, workshops. Couldn't do it all from home. There was no online there was no Zoom sessions, right? So okay, very cool. How do you handle rejection in an industry where no is part of the job? Because oftentimes we are taught in the voice acting world, you'll get 100 no's, 150 no's before you get that one yes. I assume modeling may be very similar.
Yes.
So how do you handle that rejection? Because you're going to get way more rejection than acceptance for gigs.
Yeah, I've learned to really just take it with a grain of salt. I feel like something that I'm really good at is not being too hard on myself when I do receive that no. You know, going into the industry, that was something that was really big. I was like, okay, I'm coming into this industry expecting to hear the answer no. So when I hear no's, it's just like, okay, something that I've expected, now on to the next. So,
That's good. That's really good. You don't take it personally.
yeah.
We have some interesting questions coming up for you here that you have no idea what they are. That's my favorite part. But before we do that, what's next for you? Any dream campaigns that you'd like to hop on board with, like Hollister, or brands or cities you're trying to manifest?
Yeah, city, LA, that's where I'm based at. That's all the work.
Yeah, but where do you want to travel to, Trevor, with modeling? Like, what is it for you?
Right now, it's New York and Milan, and hopefully Paris in September. I actually just got signed in Barcelona, so I might be out in Spain soon. So.
Oh, see, that's the international part I was talking about.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And those are like true international cities, right?
Yeah.
Where like modeling is like king there.
It's big, yeah.
It's huge.
Really big, yeah.
If you could see yourself 5 years from now, what are you doing and where are you?
I see myself as an entrepreneur. Working for myself. I feel like this is so like, in a way, because maybe in 5 years, you know, who knows, like modeling can take off way more and I will still be working as a model. I do see myself definitely outside of the high desert. But
maybe giving back to the community, though.
Yes, of course, always.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
sky's the limit, kid.
Right.
Sky's the limit. All right, we are going to do a rapid fire round now.
Okay.
These are a bunch of random questions. He knows nothing about these questions. This is a segment where we are now calling Ram Slam.
Okay.
Okay. And first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to drink some water here because this is intense. And I'm going to take as much time as possible.
It's time to lock in.
Do you need water?
No.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Trevor. Ram Slam. Here we go. Runway or photo shoot?
Runway.
Last show you streamed?
Stranger Things.
Yes. Was it the finale?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I seen it in theaters.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. What did you think of the finale?
I thought it was. I actually did not really like it. As a true Stranger Things fan, I've watched it for 10 years, and I thought more of the characters should have gotten killed off. But
Dang!
I feel like they had a lot of.
That is rough.
Yeah, they had so much like character. They had so much plot armor, and I was just like, it's time to let them go. But yeah,
Heels or sneakers?
sneakers definitely.
What kind of kicks?
I like Nikes, I like Jordans, and it's actually crazy because today I'm wearing boots, but any other day you'll catch me in some sneakers.
All right. Were you afraid that we were going to film your feet or something today?
No, I just look good, feel good.
I got you. I got you. What are you currently listening to on your Spotify?
I listen to a lot of rap. I listen to a lot of Drake. Drake is like my go-to. So
Okay. You know, he was an actor.
on Degrassi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go, what?
Yeah.
Early call times or late night shoots?
Early call times.
You're a morning person?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
So with that, what's your coffee order?
I get a latte. I actually get a cookie butter latte with oat milk and cold foam. So that's my.
We are similar. I am similar to you. Yeah. I could be a model.
Right. Yep.
Okay, here's a hard one.
Okay.
This will be probably the most controversial thing I ask you today.
Okay.
Now he's nervous.
Ready.
Best food place in the high desert?
Best food place in the high deserts. Oof. Best food place in the high desert.
For you.
For me, I would say Farmer Boys.
All right. What's on your menu there? What do you order?
I get the Hog Haven breakfast burrito, and every time I get it with pico inside.
Dang,
yeah,
that sounds good.
With the ranch on the side, their ranch is fire, and it's just you could just tell like it's fresh. It's fresh, fresh food.
Yeah,
Even
they
though
make
it's
it
fast
there.
food. Yup, it's like everything's fresh.
Favorite hype song before a shoot?
Favorite hype song before a shoot? I would probably say Louis V Sandals by SD Kid.
That's not Drake?
No, it's not Drake. It's not Drake. But I would say that's my... Now I feel like I have to say Drake song. I don't know.
Drake is going to see this one day.
I know. He's going to be like...
And be like, I wanted to put you in a music video,
Yeah.
but I wasn't your hype song, bro.
My bad, Drake. My bad.
What's your in and out order?
The number 2. I get the number 2s. I get the burger animal style. I get the fries animal style with a Sprite or Sierra Mist, whatever they have.
Yeah, whatever they're Starry Night
Yeah,
or
Starry-
whatever they're calling it now.
Starry
Nobody
Night.
knows. Yeah, I thought Sprite disappeared, but I kept seeing Sprite pop up in stores.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I
yeah.
thought they changed it to Starry Night. So I don't know. One word to describe your modeling style.
Modeling style, expressive. You have to... So it's really all about like expression and like being in things that you would never expect yourself to, wear. Modeling is very different from my personal style. Modeling style, I should say.
If I was a model, preppy.
Really?
That's why I was gravitating towards the Hollister hoodie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Preppy.
Yeah.
So. Okay. And here's a fun one we've never asked anybody on the podcast before. What trend do you refuse to participate in?
Trend I refuse to participate in. I would say trend I refuse to participate in. I don't know. I never really thought about that because I feel like all the trends I partake in some type of way, but there's not a trend that I'm like.
Okay, then let me ask you this. What's a trend out there that is cringe for you? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
I would say like skinny clothing. Like I'm just like I can't like
Skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Not a thing for you?
Yeah, they're not. I can't.
But if the
I can't do
paycheck was
skinny.
right,
If the paycheck was right, I'd do it for a check. I mean, but yeah, skinny jeans are just a no for me. I love like the bagginess. I love the comfortable, like flowy type fit. So
okay, fair enough.
yeah,
That was Ram Slam. All right.
that was fun.
That was good. All right. So your mic drop moment, what would you say to the version of you who was just sitting in class at VVC, not knowing that this was coming? Like if you could go back in time and talk to that Trevor, what would you tell him?
I'm telling him to keep going. Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Take it day by day and stay locked in.
And finally, what does making it mean to you on your terms, not the industry? What is making it mean to Trevor?
Making it just means healthy. Just being healthy, having my family around me at all times, keeping God first, just I would say that's my version of making it. Family, friends, everybody around me, just happy, healthy. Health is wealth. So
any final words you want to leave with other students here at VVC before we sign off here?
Keep going. Study. Make sure you guys are studying.
And how about just because you're from the high desert doesn't mean you cannot dream big?
Right. Yeah. Make sure if you have a dream, keep going, because I had a dream and now I'm here. I'm slowly working through my dream with modeling. It's a lot of hard work, but you can if I can do it, you can do it as well.
Yeah, and he's on Ramplify. See that? So. He worked so hard. He worked so hard. He was able to finally make it on this show.
Yep.
We want to thank everyone for checking us out exclusively through the free VVC mobile app. If you're on the go listening to the audio version, thanks for streaming on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or your favorite podcast app. And also thanks for watching us now on YouTube. Thanks, Trevor. You're the man.
So much. Thank you.
I was serious about that Hollister hoodie. We'll talk later off
right.
mic. I'm Andrew Caravella. Later.
Ramplifi, the podcast, is filmed and recorded in Victorville, California. This podcast is made possible with the support of the Associate Student Body of Victor Valley College. The views and opinions expressed in this production are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Victor Valley College or its affiliates. Ramplified is hosted by Andrew Caravella and produced by Robert A. Swool. The production crew includes officers of the Associate Student Body for the 2025-2026 academic year. Ramplified Season 2 gives special thanks to our sponsors, Victorville Cadillac, VVC's Welding Department, Joe and Sydney Monty, and Jacobo Vincecara. Podcast audio distribution made possible by KVVB Television. Additional sponsorship made possible through Lowe's Home Improvement in Victorville. I'm Social Science Senator Seth Cabello. For more information about this podcast, please contact info@vvc.edu.